Hey, good morning everyone. Chris Wilson from Grassroots Healing, teaching you how to be a master of your own health and a health advocate for yourself to help you bring healing to yourself. And I just wanted to discuss a little bit more on foods to help you heal adrenal fatigue, adrenal dysfunction. I know I've talked about that a little bit in a previous video, and I wanted to share an excerpt from a guy that I highly respect and look up to and have learned a bunch from. His name is Dr. Daniel Pompa. He's up in Park City, Utah. You can check out his website at drpompa.com, and a little bit that he has to say on foods for adrenal fatigue. Adrenal healing foods are minimally processed, real, whole foods that are preferably organic, An adrenal healing diet is comprised of mostly high-quality fats like saturated and unsaturated fats, high-quality pasture-raised animal protein, and plenty of vegetables. When it comes to your fats, it's important to remember that not all fats are created equal. You want to stick to fats that are as minimally processed as possible because fats have a heat-sensitive makeup, and overheating or processing them can quickly turn a healthy fat rancid, meaning toxic. So here's a short list, and I'll link this article in the description below. Here's a short list of adrenal supporting foods, and those include eggs, cottage cheese, turkey, grass-fed beef, raw unroasted nuts, avocado, wild fatty fish such as sardines, anchovies, salmon, full-fat plain yogurt, arugula, asparagus, onions, mustard greens, snow peas, snap beans, shallots, turnip greens, chives, garlic, artichokes, lima bean, and lentils. And here is some foods to avoid on an adrenal fatigue diet. And as a side note, sometimes y'all have to go to work with me, so as you can tell, I'm in the cab of my dump truck, and you might hear a little bit of background noise. But you want to avoid any foods that are hard to digest or that trigger an inflammatory or allergic response inside the body. So obviously, for most of the subscribers here on my channel, this list should be no surprise to you, because these foods obviously don't play a part in any modern healing diet. And these foods cause a significant insulin response, or they can also tax the adrenal system. And if you haven't seen my videos on a little insulin 101, you can go back, and I'll try to put those later right up here in the corner for you to click on to view. So with foods like beef, it's obviously important to choose pasture-raised, grass-fed beef instead of grain-fed, because the quality of the beef is a direct response to the lifestyle and the diet the animal had. And it's barely 7 o'clock, and it is busy up here at this pit. But anyways, grain-fed cows, they yield beef that is really high in inflammatory omega-6 fats, and I've discussed that as well in other videos. And whenever they do consume a diet that's mainly grain and just grain, it does something to the composition of the animal on their body fat. It almost chemically restructures it, and toxins are stored in fat. So you are consuming that animal that is toxic. So not to mention, we also have in these grains genetically modified organisms, GMOs, that is also toxic. And most grains in their roasting process, especially in the conventional method, have mycotoxins, mold, and that is also in the animal. So some foods to avoid on an adrenal fatigue diet include caffeine, chemically produced coffee, energy drinks, especially after 12 o'clock, sugar and sweeteners, especially refined sugar and anything artificial. I tend to use stevia or monk fruit. Poor quality meats, highly processed or factory farmed grain-fed. Bad fats, highly processed, polyunsaturated fatty acids, hydrogenated oils, trans fatty acids, or any fat taken to smoke point. That's when they become toxic. That's why whenever you're buying oils at the store, it'll say a certain temperature degree that its smoke point is. And that's why I don't use olive oils when I'm using a high heat in a pan to cook. I always use this brand called Chosen Blend oils. I think it's got a smoke point of 490 degrees. Refined grains and flours, you know, wheat, bread, pasta, cookies, pastries, rice, things of that such. Large fish, the reason being is they have a higher content of mercury. Mercury is a neurotoxin and plays a crucial role in suppressing the immune system and the ability to detox. Frozen pizza, and that's kind of a bummer for me because there's a brand called Cauliflower. It's a cauliflower crust. It's completely vegan except for the cheese, but it's really good. I love this pizza, and if I do have frozen pizza, I compromise with that one. And obviously GMOs. So breakfast, obviously, or breaking the fast, as what it really means, break fast. It's an important meal when it comes to healing adrenal fatigue because it is your body's first nutrition for the day, which impacts your blood sugar and ultimately your hormones and how they are optimized for the entire day. So when you're breaking your fast upon waking up in the morning, you should be high in good fats and include a moderate amount of quality protein and very, very few carbs and no simple sugars. So some good examples of an adrenal fatigue restoration diet on a breakfast would include like a pasture-raised omelet with 3 organic eggs, some spinach, shredded chicken, and cultured cottage cheese, or you can skip the cottage cheese if you don't like that, like myself. A smoothie made with full-fat coconut cream, raspberries, avocado, and collagen powder. 2 poached eggs, turkey bacon, avocado, full-fat sour cream, and chives. So those are really good. And this morning I had for breakfast, I had 2 scrambled eggs, and I cooked those in some Garden of Life full spectrum raw virgin organic coconut oil on a low heat. And then I had 1 avocado, and I put bulletproof brain octane fuel over those. And then I've got my bulletproof coffee down here as well. Obviously we know that adrenal fatigue is caused by chronic stress. That's probably one of the main influencers on adrenal fatigue in our modern lived world, is the major stressors of our life today, and our overexposure to everyday toxins in our environment, especially how this is increasing our toxic burden within our body. And as we know, most of us here, common source of toxins include your environmental sources, moldy homes, vaccines, toxic body care products, so the stuff that we're lathering on our skin or putting on our face or in our hair, soaps, shampoos, conditioners, lotions, body wash, deodorant, sunscreens, amalgam fillings. I'll have to do a separate video on that, and I got a couple of testimonies I can put up here about amalgam fillings, silver fillings, mercury fillings, and then heavy metals passed down from your mother while you were still in utero. It's especially lead. Lead is held within the mother, and as she goes through her stages of pregnancy, she loses bone density, and that exposes that lead to go through the blood into the utero for where the baby is in development. So those are just some things that we can do, and we can take a closer look onto this. But I'll post this link for the article down below in the video so you can read it. I probably won't be able to do that right now until I get home, so I can edit the video and input everything that I want to, but I'll try if I can from my mobile phone. But anyway, leave your comments below, share the video if you know someone that this could help, and if you want a free health history consultation, you can email me at ketoguide, that's KETOGUIDE at yahoo.com. And remember to have a healthy day, and I appreciate you tuning in. If you like the video, please hit that share button and subscribe if you already haven't. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next one.